Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Okay. Um, I'm not expecting too many people on here for right now because this is kind of a test situation here. Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay. So basically, uh, testing out to see what's up, see who's on here, and talk about a few things. All right. I know it's late in the night, and many of you here uh, many of you are probably laid out right now. But I wanted to put this video up real quick. Like I said, first off, to test out my system. Oops, hit the wrong thing. Here we go. First off, I wanted to test out the system and see where we stand. And I'm still trying to see which system I like better. All right. So I kind of like what's going on here. Interesting. And so there it is. So I'm here in Cartegena. All right. I am here in Cartegena, and I was basically walking around earlier today, at night, doing this kind of thing. And basically, what was up with this was that I was kind of contemplating a lot of stuff that is going on in the United States as I was checking out the scenery. And I was like, the night is at peace, and unlike a lot of other people, when I come down to a place, all right, I try to see what's going on in the community, and then I look out and just contemplate things on a natural thing. And the more I looked at this on a natural spectrum, the more I started to understand how much trouble the so-called United States is really in. All right. And while I was walking around, I made this video because one of the things that I've noticed is that the men in the United States have always been slaves. I want y'all to understand this. The men in the United States have always been slaves. In particular, we talk about the Afro men. All right. In particular, we talk about the Afro men. All right. In particular. But it's not just been the Afro men. See, that's the big secret of the United States. The big secret of the United States is that every man has been a slave in the United States. And is the thing that was the difference maker in all of this. All right. The difference maker in all of this was the disposition of the man. All right. That's the difference maker in all of this. It was the disposition of the men when it came to the woman. Okay? That's the difference. The difference was what was happening when it came to the woman. The woman, okay, so this is the test for this particular system. The audio system is always really messed up. So I'm wondering if y'all can hear me. Well, yeah, you can hear me. All right. So the system is messed up in such a way that any man that gets into any contract, see this, test for this particular system, the audio system is always, any man that gets into any contract that involves any woman for any reason, all right, you're going to be in the world of hurt. And this is why I recommend travel. All right. I recommend travel because what I see here is if you come down here and spend enough time, especially if you're a white man, let's just be real. If you're a white man, this is going to be easier for you. But even for Afro men, this is easier for Afro men than it is in the United States. All right. Because of the racism of Hollywood and how Caucasian men have lambasted any melanated people to give themselves an edge, it's going to be easier for you to pick women like this up here in Colombia. All right, so these are pictures I took myself. This one, I should have did this. Yeah, that's better. But these are pictures I did myself. I took these of these girls by the pool, and they wanted to get in their sexiest. Oh, wow. Yeah, they have that thing here. Sexiness. Not nastiness, but sexiness. Understand this. That's the difference. They have this sexiness thing going on here. All right. Hold on for a second. It keeps telling me one thing and then let's see what's really happening. They have this sexiness thing going. Okay, so they're really sexy here, and that's their thing. They're sexy. All right. The BW used to be sexy, but she had always been betraying us Afro men. Don't get it twisted. She has always betrayed us. We just did not know and understand it until all the information was able to come out through Facebook and everything. Then Google and all of the web searches where the things that were in books were now at our fingertips. And the difference between our knowledge now versus what we had back in the day is we would have to take a trip to the library, look through stuff, look through news articles and stuff. But now those things are being put on online, and research, it has become easier. And as easy as research has become, a lot of simple-minded men decided still to not research because they are so hooked on worn out punani that they feel they want unity. Understand this. This is why the community is dead. These are the dudes that come out, oh, we need black unity, but the people that have betrayed the black community the worst are the ones they want to give a pass, while at the same time blaming the people that did the best at keeping it together. The people with the finances, the people with the better image. That would be the Afro men who become successful. And when they became successful, you can't expect them to get the women that's been betraying them all their life. See, this is the problem with modern day mentality, where you get a lot of people that want to ignore how wickedly the Afro men have been treated by the system and their own, the good ones, while the thugs and stuff have been elevated. And in the midst of all this evidence, the Afro men that tried to be good have always been attacked for wanting better for their own lives. And now we see that this same segment, while the country is literally being destroyed before their eyes, all freedoms are gone or leaving, and these people are helping it along. And for all these people that looked at the Germans of the 1930s, 40s, and 40s and said, I don't know how this could have happened because you are now watching it happen in the United States. The same thing, and the same people that trained particular groups in Germany to do what they did are now the same people running the country now. Y'all better do your history. Eugenics, the Eugenics program. Look at everything we've been going through since 2019. And that took off on steroids in 2020. Understand what a lot of people are finding out about the things that was unleashed on us by a foreign group who then the politicians of 2020 used the same thing to take away the rights of everybody. Wait a minute, it gets deeper. Come to find out that the very people in this political group created said thing. They created the problem, created the remedy, which is now bigger than the problem in all ways, shape, forms, and fashion. And then they created the division, and the people in that division said that they want a particular segment of people to not have life, liberty, and happiness, but because they would not conform to something they consider to be wicked. And we're talking wicked. And they blame people for what a corporation and political operatives did. I want y'all to understand this. You got one group of people blaming another group of innocent people for what a political group or operative did. or corporations, political groups and corporations did this. And people within that political group, with the help of the media and tech people, we're watching how 1930s and 40s Germany happened right before our very eyes. Only a lot more of us are a little more wiser about the history and how that happened and what happened. So we are prepared in ways people don't know. People often ask, what are people doing about it? About all this? For relationships, a lot of men are getting passports and they are leaving. All right? For everything else, the right hand is not letting the left hand know what it got going on and what it's doing. But we do know this, definitely, for sure. Hey, simplify, bro. All right, we do know this, definitely, for sure. All right, and this is what we know for sure, that the right have plans, and we ain't letting everybody know. Right now, we are in a place where nobody can stand politicians. No one trusts any political organization, and no one trusts any political or government entity. The FDA, CDC, and all of that have lost all credibility. Period. And I'm going to say this. So long as for the foreseeable future, there's a Democrat in charge of anything, they will have no credibility amongst the people. I want y'all to understand this. They will have absolutely no credibility amongst the people. Zero. All right? Brothers, I kept saying we've been betrayed. Right? Now, I'm going to say this. Know your adversary. All right? I'm going to keep it real. Know who your adversary is. If you do not realize who your adversary is, you are going to be destroyed by them. When I say that traveling is important, it is very important for a number of reasons. One, you see what's going on in other places. Two, you're privy to news that is banned in the United States. You start to realize when you travel, the United States is no longer a free country. You start realizing that when somebody takes over a country and takes away the freedoms from everybody, and rule with an iron fist, saying that we will take your life if you don't obey us. We call that a leftist government. Understand that. We call that a leftist government. All right? And how a leftist government works is they use, watch this now, they use the very community in which you live in. They use the people of that community to work on their behalf to take away your freedom. Why? Because some people will comply because they love being slaves. All right? And when they get upset about being slaves, you know how they say misery likes company, loves company? You know how they say that? When they say misery loves company, they mean just that. Misery loves company. Meaning that people hate to be wrong by themselves. Even when the people try to warn them over and over again. Understand this. Brothers, I'm saying watch your back. Not only am I saying watch your back, but I'm saying it's more than better options. We're talking about right now our only options. Our only options is to travel to a place if we want to marry, if we want a mate. Our only option now is to travel to a place where if we have interest that we can have that women that's going to be interested in us, where we don't have to worry about, so long as we stay in the guidelines of not allowing people to paper us into enslavement. We don't want ourselves enslaved, and we don't want our finances enslaved either. I want y'all to understand that. We do not want our finances enslaved, and we don't want ourselves enslaved. Understand this. Let me do this real quick. See if it's here. Nope. Trying to see where I put everything. Um, I've been I've been to a few places. Okay, I've been a few places. And hold on for a second. Let me see if I can do it this way. I've been a few places. And there are certain things that I would keep real. I'm going to keep it real. Oh, shoot. That's what I meant to do. All right, there was a couple things I'm going to keep real. And what I mean by keep real is that there were some things that people didn't understand. All right, there were some people that there were some things that people didn't understand about my travels. All right, and and I'm gonna show you the hate that we as Afro men have to go through. I mean, straight up hate, straight up down to earth hate. All right, and we go through this hate because of straight up jealousy. Okay, straight up jealousy. And so there was things that people didn't really contemplate about certain relationships that I had. And my thing is that they didn't contemplate them, or they didn't like the relationships because, well, they were real relationships. And so See if this will work. And so what happened is, let's see. What happened is that people did not understand a lot of what was going on, and hold on, see if I can get this. A lot of what was going on in my relationships, and people did not want the Afro man to be happy. Bottom line. Okay, that's the bottom line. The bottom line is we as Afro men are not allowed to be happy. We are not allowed success. So let me talk about what's been going on. All right, so a few things been going on, and at the top of it is this. All right, at the top of it is this, right? One of the things that's been going on is that you had people, all right, you have people that want us to do bad with them. And I'm trying to show y'all, I'm trying to give you an example stuff, because y'all pretty much know me, right? And some of the people that might see certain things might see it from a kind of like new kind of perspective. All right, y'all might see it from a new point of view. And some of these things are things that I started to figure out by traveling to different places. All right, so when I say traveling to different places, I mean some of the times you just got to do things differently. Some of the times you got to go other places. You see what I mean? If you don't, you'll just be set up for failure and disappointment. All right, and that's the bottom line. You'll be set up for failure and disappointment. And if you keep paying attention and doing what people want you to do, brothers, I'm saying something right here. If you want to keep paying attention to other people and doing what they want you to do, you will never be happy, and that's their goal. Their goal is to make sure you will never be happy. Period. These are people that are working to keep you miserable. Because you know what they say misery likes. Hold on for a second. Here we go. Just do it like that. All right, you know what they say misery likes, right? One moment. Here we go. Do it like that. All right, so misery likes company. And so these people will always try to make sure you're in the company of misery. All right, I think I got it now. And I wanted to remind y'all of something. I wanted to remind y'all of something. Because this is kind what in the world? Okay, looks like I'm back, y'all. I don't know what in the hell happened. All right, let me see something real quick. Okay. All right. Well, let me hit this off real quick. All right. I'm gonna start like this. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me okay. All right. Okay. So what ended up happening is, this was back when I used to tap dance and stuff, and so what happened was people got mad that I was in a relationship with this woman here. All right. Now, for those that's been with me a minute, right? For those who have been with me a minute, y'all understand okay, so you all understand that we were an item. Okay, we were an item, a serious item. Okay, we were an item. We were a serious item. But the nature of, all right, the nature of what had transpired between us was that the same BS that I would not put up with in the United States, I didn't put up with in Brazil. The same BS that I would not put up with in the United States, I would not put up in Colombia. All right? Hey, what's up, Frankie? Let me just see who's up in here. What's up, Celia? What's up, Lady T? Okay, so Lady T, one, all right, let's put it this way. You women have never been serious. Y'all have been the adversaries of good men. And if you ever wanted a good man, it didn't show by what you practiced. Because the nature of what you practiced was the sabotaging of the American Afro community. Okay? If you were a serious sister, one, you wouldn't be in this feed right now with a bunch of men. And y'all just leave her alone. Let me deal with her. All right? She is a troll or a spy or a sellout for the system. Okay? Period. She is a sellout for the system, and she's one of these females that come into these feeds like this to try to sow discord. Except she picked the wrong one, because this ain't one of them peeled things where you got a lot of moist-minded simps. This is grown men. That's why it is small. Okay? So I want you to understand, it's small for a reason. All right? And Lady T, you're not oppressed, you're an oppressor. All right? So let's get it straight. Let's not get what's going on twisted. All right? BWs have never been oppressed by the Afro men. Let me say it again. BWs have never been oppressed by the Afro men. Close some of this stuff down. All right? BWs have never been oppressed by the Afro men. If you look statistically at what's been happening, all right, if you look statistically, what's been happening in America, Miss Lady T, the only thing you women have the freedom to do is destroy the Afro community. The thing is, you've chosen to be a party to those that would destroy. As a matter of fact, as the country is being destroyed, people, everyone is looking at the BW as one of the agents of that destruction. Every group of men, some group of women, they're looking at feminists, and they're looking at the BW, like Stacey Abrams. They're looking in at Kamala Harris. Yeah, you said she's one of y'all. All right? They're looking at Black Lives Matter, who put the current administration in office. All right? And here's the thing. Like I said, y'all do not have a conversation with these women. When these women come to my page, let me deal with them. All right? Let me know that they're here, because They're coming here to start some, to sidetrack you all from what I am trying to tell you. All right. And you have to realize that she didn't come here for dialogue. She come here to detract y'all from what's being said. All right. Now, understand this. All right, Texas Marine, just leave the dust alone. Stop trying to have that conversation with stuff that don't even belong here. All right? Let me say this, y'all. She is here to redirect y'all from having to come. Brothers. Again, you got to know who your adversary is, and you have to know how to deal with them. All right? I told you that the BW is nothing but an adversary. The BAW, the Black American woman, is nothing but an adversary. And statistically, she is responsible for the utter destruction of the Afro community, statistically. From destroying our children in the womb all the way up to the choices. Remember, 59% of them have multiple children from multiple babies' daddies. And 61% of those baby daddies are dudes that just got out of prison. 80% of them only choose the bottom 16% to create their children with, even if they have degrees in and all the rest of the stuff they tout. So why are you engaged in a conversation with a woman that is trying to sidetrack you from the issue? Because that's what she do. Remember, out of jealousy. So some of y'all followed me since 2009. Some of y'all know that I've been with kind of on and off with this woman since 2016, 17. Right? And that's the point that I'm bringing up to you. Right? What y'all know this particular woman to not be is a thought, like the Lady T trying to call her. But I will say this, the difference is in my relationship with the BAW in the United States is this, that our problem here that we had, all right, our problem here stemmed from a spiritual aspect of a problem. And some of y'all know the story. Right? A lot of y'all know the story. Y'all know what happened between us. All right? Y'all know the story. And the thing is, that when 54% of Afro men do not have children at all, you got 36% of those Afro men who are married. But you have 80% of Black women who are single mothers with at least one child. All right? We know this. We've seen the data. Some of y'all copied the data down. Some of y'all have the links. We don't need to give this lady T any kind of attention. And I'm going to probably tell you this. She's probably been on my other channels. What we do know is the main people destroying the voices of Afro men are the BAWs. This is why I say it is not a good thing to be involved with them at all. Even when I'm doing a nighttime thing to let you know what's been going on here in another country, they follow. All right? No, she ain't said it. She ain't did nothing that's block worthy yet. All right? We just ain't going to pay her any mind. All right? Because we don't need to pay her any mind. All right? We don't need to pay them any mind. Most of the negative lies that we've heard about other people have come from people who's never been anywhere or don't know any other culture. Hey, what's up, Full Circle? Now, so this is the Mimi that, now, our problem here, our problem had always been, and the reason why I bring her up in this one is I'm learning some things here about Colombian women and the difference between the Brazilian ones and the Colombian ones. All right. And so the issue here is that when I was with her, we were both happy. And this goes to the nature of women. All right. As we point out the differences. And I'm starting to see these differences in more of a true light. All of these women are very friendly and approachable, but you need to know the language. All right? These women are friendly and approachable, and you need to know the language. When I was taking photos of these women, they were having fun with it. They're like, wait a minute, I'm going to get like this, that, and the other. Right? They have an Instagram page, and I'll write them, because I would like to present them. I'll write them and get their Instagram page. But they was like really, really cool. Okay? So they had an Instagram page. They have an Instagram page. Right? And so basically, while I was walking around at night just doing the scenery thing, just looking at all of this stuff, right? I was thinking about a lot of the things, and I was thinking, why is it that we, as Afro men in particular, but men, period, in the United States, what stopped us from doing a cost-worth analysis? Okay, period. All right. Here's the thing. When you look at the modern day black woman, and the reason I told you to leave Lady T alone, Texas Marine, please leave her alone. All right. Let her stay here, but y'all, please stop allowing these females to come in and divert y'all from the conversation that men are having. Okay? Now, understand this. Understand this. The reason why we don't engage with them because they want that attention. Don't give it to them. It's okay for her to listen, but don't give her any unnecessary attention. Frankie, stop trying to block everybody for everything. For my channel, understand this. For my channel, she has not yet done a blockable offense. I'm paying attention to see what she does, what she do, but she hasn't done a blockable offense yet. All right, so I'm just like, leave her alone. But when I say leave her alone, stop replying to her. Stop. Read what she, don't even read what she got to say, but because she ain't doing nothing but trying to egg y'all on. She's putting up a bunch of BS. What's up, B the Great B? She's putting up a bunch of BS, which y'all already know the truth to. We don't give a damn about what she know or don't know. Because the same way that I put all the stats up before, all right, here's the thing. Y'all know I've been putting these stats up before Kevin Samuels. You know that Kevin Samuels is now putting up all the stats, right? Now, I want y'all to understand that these stats are all over the place. They know how wretched they've been to the community. Okay? They know how much, and this woman is only in here, and we don't even know if that's a woman. All right, we don't even know if that's a woman. I'm going to find out in a minute. But what we do know, all right, we don't know if that's a man or a woman. But what we do know is that she is a diversion tactic. Period. That's all she is a diversion tactic. Her purpose is to divert y'all attention from our conversation, your conversation with one another as men. All right? All right, she's trying to divert y'all from your conversation as men. Let me see. All right. All right. Yeah, so leave her alone because that's all she about. Just mess. All right. Hold on for a second. All right, and so hold on for a second. All right, so yeah, I mean, so I'm looking her up now. All right, I'm looking her up now, and so basically, yeah. So just leave her alone. So basically, this is why, and now the reason why I left her up too, because I wanted to show y'all that the only thing, hey, what's up, backwoods, hey, what's up, Kenneth? The reason why I left her up because I wanted to show y'all that the only thing she had to offer to the conversation was insults. All right, that's the only thing she had to offer was insults. All right, what you used to be able to do is we used to be able to go. Let me see something. Trying to see that picture real good. Okay. All right. So I'm just saying, everybody just leave her alone. But you used to be able to go and go directly to their page, and now you got to go and do a whole bunch of other stuff just to go to their page to see what they're doing. All right. So basically, a lot of these BAWs they come to a channel for the sole purpose um, to cause trouble and problems and spread lies. All right, and that's it. They want to spread lies and stuff like that, especially when we're talking about stuff, and they know we have all this data. Don't get it twisted. Some of the issues that I've had dealing with the BW, some of the issues that I had, and it wasn't that I didn't care about them the same way I would care about any other woman, right? It's just that they wanted the position of the man. Period. And we wasn't going. I just wasn't. No, I'm the man. All right. They when they knew how to do stuff, they didn't have respect for decent men. You see what I mean? Like this woman didn't hear. So what she did was she came on and just hurled a bunch of insults at everybody. She called people that were thoughts that weren't. All right. Now understand this. Understand this. when we talk about my relationships, in Germany, in Colombia, all right, when we talk about those relationships, right, I am starting to get a good understanding about the nature of women everywhere. Okay? And the differences. I met some dudes that were basketball players here, professional basketball players for the Colombia team from the United States, right? And we were out on the beach. And out on the beach, it's not the same as when I go to Brazil. All right, and so I'm starting to learn a lot about this place. I met some friends in Barranquilla. But it goes like this. And when you look at how the BW has treated good Afro men in the United States, it's almost as if they gave a license to others to do that until Afro men actually come here and not put up with the stuff. So the same mess you don't put up with in the United States, if you don't put up with it when you get here, you'll be better off. Hold on. Nope. Yo espero. All right. All right, and so basically, hey, what's up, Kenneth? All right, and so basically, when these women and women like that, if they ain't Bertha, if they're not Charlotte, if it's not Mecca Dawn, y'all know, if it's not woman of the past, we don't pay them any mind. They have no say here. All right? They are just loud, ignorant women that come to sow discord. These are the same women that say, what did she say? Bleeding hearts or whatever. But she come here upset that we are making plans to leave them alone. Period. Broken Hearts Club. That's what she called us. Broken Hearts Club. All right. Now, understand this, brothers. This is a woman that is saying everything she meant as an insult. Right? You let them talk. Let them throw their garbage. Let them throw their trash. All right? Let them do whatever. Just ignore their behinds. Because we have nothing to say to them. Don't argue with them. Allow me to deal with it. She's coming on my platform, so I'll deal with her. But don't give her any attention. If she says something that we ain't already seen the data to, then I'll go researching and put it up. But she asking, when I say that 59% of black women have multiple children from multiple babies' daddies, that came from a black woman. And we post those stats up all the time. So y'all already know that. So I don't need to go back and interrupt what we're talking about here, which is the solution of us getting our passports, learning Spanish or Portuguese, or going over to Africa. We got a brother over in Africa right now. And basically, what I am saying is the grass is greener everywhere because you don't got no grass in the United States. You don't got nothing but mud. Nothing is clear. Understand that, right? Nothing is clear with them. The only thing is clear is they are hell bent on your destruction. That's the only thing that's clear in the U.S. In Brazil, all right, in Colombia and in Brazil. So let me break this down. So the Afro woman that I was messing with in Colombia really liked her. Then she started playing games because she wanted control. All right. But understand this. This is the same problem I had here in Brazil. Or I'm not here in Brazil, but the same problem I had in Colombia, I had in Brazil. And so understand this. Understand this. Because of governments, all right, I want y'all to understand this. Governments, in order to extort money out of the men who are the builders, they empowered the women to use any means necessary to funnel money from the man back to the government or to the top 1% billionaires. If it were not for the women, all societies would be more financially solvent. Like back in the day when women served the home the way that the man served the home. See, when women say, oh, I don't want to be in bondage and bound and stuff, ain't no man going to, they listen to the government about to take all their crap. And as men leave them alone, they are going to be without. And even if the government gives them a job, they are going to go home and die alone or with a dog. And no man is going to want to be with them, not even their own sons and stuff. And that's the difference. You learn something about yourself too when you travel. Me, I like being by myself because I do so much and I have an easier time doing it when I am by myself. Just think about that for a second. All right. I like being by myself. I like being by myself because when I'm by myself, I get things done. And hey, what's up? What's up, William? All right, let's see what's going on with my feed now. Wow, this should not be happening. I don't know how I'm having poor stuff in. See something real quick. Cut a couple things off. All right, so brothers. All right, when the trolls come, just ignore them. Acknowledge that they're there, so that we know. Because here's the thing: not every woman that's coming on here, are trying to sow discord. Some have constructive arguments, or some you can tell that they really don't know. All right. Wow. All right. And that's the point. Some of them, they just really do not know. All right. Some do, and they come and to start mess. Some just don't know. All right. So, this is some of the things that I learned. All right. This is some of the things that I've learned. All right. When I was dealing with her here in Colombia, all right, things were kind of all right until the games. All right. So she decided to play a bunch of games, run games. And some of y'all met her, and I really cared about her. The thing is, she lost me because of the games. She wanted to play these games and stuff like that, and I don't play games. Right? So, bam, I'm out. Peace. Gone. All right? The next thing that I learned is the Mimi thing. When I was dealing with her, she didn't play games, but she up at night trying to pray over me, trying to convert me into some stuff. And the night I woke up was the night I grabbed my clothes and left. I was out of there. Had her hands just going over me like, I'm like, what? Negro, what? So I was like, peace. I'm out. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. All right? Not games. All right, so they all have one thing in common. Control. Brothers, all this is about control. All this is about control. They want to control the man. This one for security purpose. The other one, the dark skin one, I'm not going to say her name, but the other one, it's just fun to her. I was thinking, Now she, with me gone, she hits me up because I blocked her from everything. All right, I blocked her from everything. All right, I blocked her from all my stuff. And I blocked her because I didn't have time for games. Now, here's the thing, and this is something that the BW don't realize. Hey, Daniel, what's up? Here's something that they don't realize. For constructive men who are involved in something that's bigger than themselves, who are the said good men, the quote unquote high value men. All right. I'm not rich, but my value is high to people. And that I would be missed for whatever reason if I'm gone. I'm not even saying that that would be in a good way, but I would be missed. The value of what I did for communities, I know for sure I would be missed in Brazil. All right. I would be missed in Brazil if they knew something happened to me and I wasn't coming back ever again. I would be missed by a lot of people. And I'm really starting to understand that. Right? That my significance, my value is based on what I bring to communities. Right? It's the same way that when I see y'all time and time again, because of how y'all contributed to the conversation, how y'all contributed to the channel. Y'all know I read almost all y'all stuff that I can, especially things that's directed towards me. Right? And when we deal with this, right? When we deal with this, when we talk about this value, when we talk about what's going on, the BWs, like Lady T, they throw away good Afro men all the time. They throw away good Afro men all the time. They get mad when other groups of women want those good Afro men that they say don't exist. I want y'all to understand that. These women say that the good Afro men don't exist, but then get mad when those said good Afro men go and do things in other companies, in other countries. They get mad and upset at men they did not want. I'm going to show you this. You can't see it. Oh, then maybe I could do it like this. Okay, we did stuff together. I can't say that about a BW that I was in a relationship with, where we did stuff together that I like doing. Think about it. And why is that? Why is it that we did a lot of things together that I like doing? Think about this. We did it and was happy about it. All right, think about it. And Daniel, Texas Marine, those that have been around, we were happy together until that thing where she was like jump at night with her hands going, hold on, I got y'all got to see it. This woman was up on her knees doing this over. I was like, oh Lord, I'm out. My spirit woke me up looking at that, and I was out of there. Put my clothes on, I grabbed my go bag. It's a go bag for a reason, and hopped on the train, went back to my hotel. That's why I stay in hotels all the time. I never stay over a girlfriend's house. Unless I have a car or a way back to where I need to be. This takes power away from them for when they do some stuff like that. All right, brothers. The same way you don't put up with mess is the same way you would have yourself covered outside of the United States. Inside the United States. It's the same way you should be outside of the United States. Okay? Period. It's the same way you should be outside of the United States. Now, I put her up for a reason. I put her up for a reason. And that reason is this. That despite all of that, despite all that was going on, at the end of the day, that the joy of the relationship was such that her mom can feel free to ask me to bring stuff down from Brazil, and by golly, it'll get done. All right, and it will get done simply because a relationship was created of mutual happiness, with the exception of the mumbo jumbo mess. Okay, because bruh, I'm telling y'all, I ain't playing that mess. Nope, not in no sense of the word. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, and I could show you better than I could tell you. There was another part of the relationship when it came to Brazil. All right. There was another part of the relationship when it came to Brazil. And that was when I had planned to do some stuff. All right. As I was planning to do things, I had people that were there to help. All right. I had people that were there to help. All right. That's another thing you don't get in the so-called black community relationships. You don't get the help, right? You get a lot of beef, USDA grade A choice beef. But you really don't get the help. You really don't get the love. You understand? And this was it was something that kind of surprised me. And maybe it was my fault for expecting more than what they were willing to give in the US. Let me see something real quick. Ah, so I see, says the blind man. Hold on for a second. So basically, let me point some stuff out here. While I was here, all right, the reason why I was a lot of why I am able to walk around the favelas the way that I do now without getting filled full of holes has a lot to do with all my relationships. Okay? Had a lot to do with all of my relationships. All right? The thing here is when we talk about, so y'all know Mimi and Selma are friends. All right? Mimi and Selma are friends. And what happens is that every time I go back, all right, Mimi have already made plans. And I've gotten accustomed to this. Right? I've gotten accustomed to this. That when I go back, there's going to be plans that Mimi has made because I have to go and see Mimi's mother because I have some stuff for Mimi's mother. And that therein lies the relationship thing. The main problem that you have dealing with women outside of the United States is there is still the culture that the women want to own the man and control the man. All right. That's one thing, never forget. The women everywhere you go wants to own and control the man. That's why Proverbs 31 exists. Give not thy strength to a woman whose ways destroy kings. We don't give our strength to them because look at the United States. Look who's running the United States. It's not really Biden. It is the left, Clinton, Hillary. Somebody is speaking in Biden's ear. Is it Nancy Pelosi? Right? So she runs the House because she's third in line. It's him, Kamala, Nancy Pelosi. And there's nothing but women advisors. And the only advisors that Biden has put in his cabinet are those who see things the way the women do, which is why the military is effed up, the police are effed up, all protection is effed up. The FDA is effed up and bought out. The CDC is effed up and bought out. The NIH created the thing and then created the thing to solve the thing, so they're effed up and bought out. And you got two dudes at the top of this who's running everything that's destroying the United States through the women. That's your democratic government. And they have to be nice to the Muslim countries, I guess, because the U.S. cannot win a fight when much of their army was going to be female anyway, at least half of it. And we know through history that there is a whole lot of discharges by females once a war break out. So you lose a lot of your force that way too. You know, because they get pregnant and then they get chapter 8. You understand? And that's what we're dealing with. What I am saying is these women want control. All of them. She wants control. They all want control. By hook or by crook. They want control. The thing is that they normally miscalculate. The other thing that happened between us is, and this gets rid of the other myth. We get her, I got get her a passport and wanted to get her a visa to come to the United States so she could be with me when I'm in the United States and be with me in Brazil. But that wasn't the plan she had. Her plan was to keep me in Brazil permanently. That's what her plan was. She wanted to keep me in Brazil permanently. Brothers, I want y'all to understand. People, these females ain't trying to get here. The ones that really want you there. We out on the beach. She's enjoying life where she's comfortable. She knows she has a good man. So she's going to use everything within her power to include nighttime prayers to keep said good man from traveling where he want to be, because that's her mentality as a woman. And that's why we're not supposed to give them our strength. Now, if you go back and look through this, you get the kind of things that you never would get from any of these females outside of the United States. When we go back and look at Lady T's comments, she did nothing but insult men with, man, you can't handle a woman, handle a serious sister. But the sisters in the U.S. aren't serious. They seriously love them thugs, but they ain't serious about good men. See, if they would have handled, think about this. I've been doing what I've been doing since at least 2016. Before that, I was taking care of children while I was in the military, raising girls. Right? Y'all know that they weren't my children. Took them out of the system. At no point did any of these so-called serious women come by to help me to take care of these children, but I can tell you this for sure. Not only did they not help to take care of these children, but they were the main obstacle in me taking care of these children, especially when it came to homeschooling. How dare you not program these children with the system? All right? Here's the thing. Oh, let me see. Train at the... Okay, so here's the thing. So what? Just wait when sisters start coming to Brazil. And understand this. Lady T says, wait. So what? Just wait till when sisters start coming to Brazil, we will feminize them. In other words, Lady T says this. We're going down the comments. She says this. Wait, so just wait when sisters start coming to Brazil. Sisters been coming to Brazil. Remember the sister that went down to Brazil to feminize the women? One, she was met with her timely end because Brazil don't play that. So she met with an untimely end. I think that was the last sisters that tried that. See, Brazil has all that stuff. They have the LGBTQ and all that down there. They do their thing. And Brazilians, like, okay, they're a deeply kind of religious society. So they're like against it, but they're not going to march in the street and try to tell them what to do. But they're not going to let them people tell them what to do either. Right? There was a sister that tried that mess, and yeah, she met with untimely end. Then there was another sister that went down there, and I can't call these sisters because they're not, but there was another black woman from the United States that went down there. All right, and she thought she was going to take the men away from the Brazilian women that were down there. She also thought that, oh, she's going to pick her up a Brazilian man. Right? And then she was surprised that when she got down there, that not only did the Brazilian women have more femininity than she did, but the Brazilian men wasn't looking for Americanized women from America. And the only ones that might have been looking for them are the ones that was looking for the green card. The women that like you aren't really interested in the green card. Unless they're talking to a Caucasian man. They want you there. All right? And so y'all heard this, and the woman was getting loud with Charles as he was trying, when he was alive, but as he was trying to explain to the woman. But here's the problem. When the more he tried to explain to her, the more her mouth was just going, and he couldn't get a word in edgewise, and she was upset that she went to Brazil to talk to, I'm gonna just get me a Brazilian man. And when she got down there, when the Brazilian men wasn't stunting her, she said, well, that's okay, I got my fallback plan. There's a lot of brothers here. But the brothers wasn't having nothing to do with it because the beach was full of Brazilian women. And she didn't understand that the brothers came to Brazil to get away from the BWs there. Why? Because this is a whole level of toxicity. When she says, wait until we go to Brazil, we're going to feminize them there. But it isn't us Afro men in Brazil who you got to worry about when you want to take your mess there to try to destroy another country's culture. Because they don't take kindly to them there, like down there. But all this is out of jealousy for men that they don't want. But they are angry, and I'm going to tell you what they're angry at. They're angry because their backup fallout plan just fell through. Because we're not going to be around for their backup fallout plan. They're angry because us traveling proves them to be liars. What do you mean by that? One, the fact that we can travel means we're not broke. The fact that we can stay somewhere for a month, 3 months, mean we're not broke. The fact that other women that are beautiful love us means that we're not the bottom of the barrel that they wanted us to be. And we are an anathema to every damn lie that they have told about Afro men in general. Every last one of them. You understand? All right. This woman came up, and that's why I said just let her talk. She calls being a wife oppression, but the women had power. The so-called black women had power when they were wives of Afro men. But they threw that away to be the destroyers of the community by helping the so-called white supremacy that we speak of. All right. Then she goes off and insults women of other nations. Oh, yeah. If I was her, I wouldn't go anywhere. Calling women of other nation thoughts. When a brother explains what that means and she drops into another country, they're going to see an adversary just like the Afro man sees. And they're going to understand, yeah, why we left them in the United States. All right. So this is why you do not marry them. All right. When Brother Franklin was talking about virgins, he was talking about women that are suitable for marriage. As y'all know, we can't marry, if you are a spiritual brother, it is not permissible to marry a woman that has a child whereby she's getting child support, because that means child support equals husband. Now, if she's a widow or has a bastard child, you can take her in. Right? You could take her in with a bastard child as concubine status. You can marry her if she's a widow. All right? and hold on, let's see. Now, she goes on to say that no one is checking for us. This is somebody that just called my relationship, just called a woman that I was in a relationship with a thought. See, she can't even hold up her stuff, right? Then she know. All right, let's see. And this is why I didn't want her blocked, right? I wanted people to see who this woman is, who the BAWs are. This is a representative of what the BAWs are. Now, she goes and blames the Afro men for destroying the community, but we're the builders. Remember, hold on. Wait. Let's do this real quick. All these soccer balls. I want y'all to take a look at this. All these soccer balls. And this is why we don't drop no link or anything to them. We don't let them move us away, all right, brothers. And this is a new thing. When these females pop in on this channel, when we're discussing things, we do not diverge to take care of any of their stuff, because ad nauseum we done put all the stuff out, and now it's solutions. And we'll come back to their negative comments, right? So here's the thing. So she then pushed up this thing, knowing she's lying, blaming the black men for abandoning. She said black men destroyed the community by abandoning your responsibility. Now understand this. We have no responsibility to women who don't want us in the community. Let me repeat that. We have absolutely zero responsibility to women who don't want us in the community. Well, you say, well, how you know they don't want you there? Are any of y'all in a long-term relationship with a BAW? Only like a scant few that I know of that watch my channel are even married to one. And most, the vast majority, aren't even in a relationship with one. And some that are wish they weren't. All right? So we don't owe them anything. And we don't abandon anything because we're not a part of that community. Remember, we have nothing to do with them. Think about it, brothers. Oops. Dang, I pulled my thing off. Oh, hold on for a second. Hope this is the right one. All right, I accidentally hit something. All right, so here's the thing. So we know the data, and she could go look it up. That's why I give exact numbers, like 59%. Now, the reason why I didn't want her blocked or taken off, because we were going to use all these comments. All right. Now, what she wanted to do was pick out the weakest link, whichever one of you was going to be the weakest, and engage in a conversation with you that everybody else can see. All right. Oh yeah, well, blah 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 blah. Keep stating your fake statistics. Now, just because she calls them fakes, see, we all know what's going on. Now, as you see, she's not here. Now, here's the other thing. She says, I don't need to be a part of y'all broken heart club. So then why was she here? Right? And this is why I said, when they come on here, brothers, we got to be disciplined and not engage them at all. We got to be disciplined and not engage them at all. It's time to say, time out. We don't have time for you. Stick a fork in you. We are done. All right? We really don't have time for them anymore. And that's how we need to deal with them. Let's see what else she said. Okay, let's see. Be the great bee. What's crazy that there are African women in Thailand prostituting themselves to European men. Wow. Right, you're right. Silly. Silly, or is that Kelly Green? Gill. Black women full of spite. Yes, they're full of spite because we don't bite on that mess anymore. When we were too ignorant to what they were doing, oh, everything was cool. But then when we woke up, when we start seeing the data and start changing how we do things, send me a link to the link you put on your story in Facebook. Dude, I don't even know how I did that, Rashawn Talley. Hold on. Hey, send me an email and I'll send you the link to the story. Oh, it's a video. It's a video here on my YouTube channel. All right. Oh, the woman was stabbed in Brazil. She was. This was about the right before Bolsonaro, because they tried to assassinate Bolsonaro too. Yeah, all around the world. Wow, this is unbelievable. Amazing. This is unbelievable, y'all. All right, let me say this. Gonna have to say it in closing. But y'all, the amount of time it took me to get this back. See how back it really is. This is unbelievable, y'all. Lord of mercy. Okay. So basically, I'm about to shut this thing down. All right. But basically, there is a level of jealousy between the BW and any Afro man that decides he's going to get away from all the mess and trauma that they have caused. And here's the odd thing about all of this. These BWs will tell you oh, you just can't handle all the trauma and stuff that we cause, as if that's weakness on our part, not realizing that's genius. That's the real strength of a man, to separate himself from people that's trying to destroy you, to recognize those who are trying to destroy you and separate from them. See, that's what they don't get. All right. And this is why I say it's best to get. They want us gone. It's time to get. All right. So I wanted to test out things and see how they would go. And brothers, don't forget my donation links are in the description box and all the rest of the stuff. Just check this description box. This was just a test one. And so I will be back tomorrow. For you brothers that's in here right now, I'll wait to get a reply or two. What time would you like to start this tomorrow? Because I'm going to be back tomorrow. Okay? And talk more about this. I'll probably have more pictures. Okay? So I'm looking at tomorrow around 9 o'clock. All right. So either 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Let's look at, 8 or 9 o'clock. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be presenting these things. And so I'm looking at how I'm going to set this up. So with that said, I'm out. I'll probably have a call in tomorrow. Yeah, in the evening. 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. All right, depends on whether I have company or not. I'm going on, but it'll be either 8 or 9 o'clock. All right, so with that said, I'm out. Peace, love, and soul. I will holler at y'all tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? So, with that said, I'm out. Peace, love, and soul. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. And let other brothers know. And understand how we're going to start dealing with these females that don't mean anything. Real women can have a say. Real women can have a say. But these females that come on my thing, we're not talking to them or anything. We're going to just look at their commentary. We already know the data. Okay? We already know the data. All right? So unless a new brother asks for the data, we're not putting it back up. They could go back and look at the other videos that all have all the data up in there. But then that might be a good idea to just put that on blast, because every once in a while we have to continue with that data. So we'll put it back up there. All right? Because these are tropes that we need to continue. We need to continue speaking the truth and getting it out there. They've been putting the lies on in the media, in the news, every day, causing people to lose their lives. So the least we could do is put the truth up when we talk about the data of what's going on in our own community. All right. So yeah, look in the description box for my email. And we'll have this discussion tomorrow. 8 or 9 o'clock. All right. I'll set it up in the morning though. All right, so with that said, peace, love, and soul, I'm out. I'm going to get these girls' Instagram page too. All right, peace.